Working with your peers online requires many of the same strategies as meeting in person, though there are a few ways that online meetings differ. In this video, we'll go through some strategies for online meetings, including how to organize your meetings, how to make sure everyone is participating, and how to achieve your goals for the project. Organizing your meetings. When you're meeting online, it's important to have clear communication. Just like with an in-person meeting, you'll have to decide on a few meeting details, like what day and time is the meeting, what tool are you using to meet, is it Zoom or something else, who will be setting up the meeting, and how will they invite the team. Even though meeting online offers a lot of flexibility, leaving the details up in the air is a recipe for procrastination. Once you have the basics down, create an agenda for the meeting. This just means making a list of the things you want to cover in the meeting and who will be talking about each topic. Having an agenda can help you stay on task so you don't waste time or forget to talk about something important. Add the meeting information to the agenda to make sure everyone is clear on the details. When you meet, one person in the group should take meeting notes, also known as minutes. These meeting minutes should include the general topics that were discussed and a summary of the discussion. It should also include any decisions that were made and anything that the group members are supposed to do. It can be helpful to assign roles and responsibilities to each group member. This might include designating one person to set up meetings and create meeting agendas, another to take minutes, among other roles. Which brings me to the next important part of being successful when working with peers online: making sure everyone participates. Meeting online sometimes presents difficulties with interacting and participating effectively. Some people might be inclined to mute themselves and let others take the reins, while others may want to participate but have trouble figuring out how to contribute. It's important that everyone in your group has the chance to contribute, and a good way to facilitate this is by deciding on roles for each member. As we talked about earlier, one person might be the organizer, who sets up the meetings and creates the agendas. Other possible roles include the leader, the researcher, the troubleshooter or brainstormer, the writer, the editor, and the presenter. Multiple people may have the same role, such as writer, and because you're students, you will likely all have the role of researcher and presenter. Some people may have multiple roles, but it is important that everyone has at least one role to play in the group. The leader is a useful role to have for online projects because this person can help moderate discussions. The leader leads the discussion by asking open-ended questions, summarizing and clarifying, and they check for consensus and moderate questions from the group. In an online setting, this also means they can control how people can contribute. For example, as a host or co-host in Zoom, they can let people know if it's their turn to share their screen, so multiple people aren't trying to share the screen at the same time, and mute participants until it's their turn to speak. This also cuts down on background noise. Achieving your goals for the project. The things we've covered so far will all help you achieve your project goals and avoid wasting time. Another thing that is crucial for the success of your project is actually establishing clear goals and a timeline for achieving them. Make sure everyone is on the same page about what you're working towards. In other words, ensure that you have an idea of what the final product will look like. For example, are you working towards completing a 2-page report or a 15-minute video? Will you fulfill the requirements of the assignment or the client? Once you all agree on that, plan out the various stages that will get you there, including when each stage should be completed. For example, what research do you need to do, and when do you need to have it done? When does everyone need to have finished writing their individual parts before editing? When does your prototype need to be ready for testing? Meeting online can sometimes feel a bit disconnected, but having well-organized meetings, clear roles for your team members, and a timeline for achieving your goals can help keep things on track. For more information on working with a group, visit the Group Work module on the Learning Portal.